digital. Un fuerte aplauso para Timo Elliot.
Thank you.
Un plaisir de vous avoir ici.
Merci. Thank you. And good morning, everyone. I believe that we're at the start of a new era of digital renaissance, created by combining the latest technologies with creativity and the human experience. It's all about transformation. This is the Tesla autopilot in action. And it's a great example, a great analogy for the future of digital business. Tesla is no longer just a car company. They're transforming themselves into a massively parallel learning machine. As each Tesla car drives along the street, it's using sensors, the Internet of Things, to gather vast amounts of big data, and then it's using algorithms and analytics to turn that data into a superior driving experience. But what's key is that each car is sharing its data with headquarters and then with every other Tesla car on the road. So my Tesla car is benefiting from the constantly updated knowledge of the entire system. My car knows how to deal with a particular street or a particular situation, even if it's never seen it before. So this means that the Tesla driving experience is actually getting better automatically over time and as more people use their cars. So how about you? In your company, do you have products and services and internal processes that are automatically getting better over time and as people use them? Hands up if you do. Okay, there are a few hands up, that's great, but not many. For most people, it sounds like science fiction, but it's absolutely happening in companies around the world right now. Here's just one small example. We worked with a large chemicals company to introduce machine learning into their finance department, specifically something called invoice matching. When they first implemented their business applications a few years ago, only 40% of their invoices automatically matched the corresponding bank payment information. The rest of the time, there was the reference numbers were different, or there were maybe two payments for one invoice, two invoices for one payment. The exceptions had to be dealt with manually. Over time, over several years, they managed to get the matching rate up to 70% by putting in place rules. But after 2 weeks of implementing machine learning, they managed to get the matching rate up to 94%. And the algorithm is getting better automatically over time because it's constantly learning from the remaining exceptions. And this is just one small example of many hundreds of different opportunities we see around the organization today. It might not sound very exciting, but this company had tens of thousands of invoices. This represents a massive savings in terms of time and money. Gartner believes that this year alone, half a billion users will save over 2 hours a day thanks to these technologies. So we talked about self-learning processes. How about having cities that optimize themselves automatically? This is a project we did for the fast-growing city of Nanjing in China. We started off by gathering data from all of their taxis, putting it into a machine learning algorithm, and then using that to optimize the flow of taxis throughout the city. That was so successful, they've extended it to all other forms of transport. The city has sensors and cameras that are constantly gathering information and then proactively using that information to optimize traffic flow, changing traffic lights, changing the schedule of the buses and automatically to take account of the load of different users. So again, over time, the flow is automatically getting better thanks to these great new technologies. So there are fantastic opportunities, but most companies are struggling with digital transformation. Just 3% say they're succeeding today. Many other companies we talk to are drowning in the different opportunities. They know that there's value, but they don't really know where to start or what steps to take. To succeed, it's not about the technology. You have to start with the customer experience. Here's a great example. The Japanese headquartered sportswear company, ASICS, over the last few years, they've been changing their business model. Why? Well, because they know that the future isn't about just selling shoes. It's about taking a step back and thinking about why people buy running shoes in the first place. They want to optimize their customers' end-to-end enjoyment of the sport of running. So how can they do that? Well, first, they invested in personalization. You can go into an ASICS store and you can get a 3D scan of your feet and have your running style analyzed on a treadmill. This information is used to recommend the perfect shoe to optimize your running performance and help you avoid injury. They also invested in the #1 running application called Runkeeper. This helps people stay motivated. So you can set yourself goals, and an inbuilt coach helps you with every step you need to run faster and further. And finally, they invested in community. I recently took part in the world's largest 5K running race with over 500,000 people around the world. Now, it's a virtual running race. The running is real, but you can do it anywhere, anytime, but still compete with your friends, family, and colleagues. It was a lot of fun. So all of this information gives ASICS incredible insight into their customers and how they're using the ASICS products. And they use all of that information, they put it into their marketing platform, and they use it to personalize every aspect of the customer experience, whether it's via the web or in stores. So that's great news for customers, but it's obviously great for ASICS as well. It means that they've had a huge increase in their marketing efficiency thanks to all of this valuable data. To succeed with digital transformation, we have to take lessons from Leonardo da Vinci. Why? Well, because he was an amazing technologist and scientist and inventor. But he also understood the importance of creativity and the human experience. I'd like to think that at the start of this new digital era of Renaissance, Leonardo would have been delighted to be part of this. So here's a quick, there you go, Leonardo delighted, unhappy, delighted. So we know about the technology, but what about the creativity? How can we introduce creativity into our organizations? Well, we can do it with techniques such as design thinking. It helps you rethink your products and services, from selling a product to creating a customer transformation. Rethinking your customers. Who can you sell your products to? And above all, rethinking the end-to-end customer journey. At every touch point, how can you use these new technologies to help improve your customer experience? Here's some quick examples. This is Stara. They make things like tractors, and they used our Internet of Things platform to move from selling machinery to selling integrated digital transformation systems for farmers. For example, each tractor can use sensors to determine the exact amount of fertilizer for every individual plant. This makes farming more profitable, but also more sustainable. That's great news for farmers, it's great news for Stara, and it's a great news for the world as a whole. This is a new product called SAP Brand Impact, using machine learning to automatically detect the appearance of logos in sporting videos. This is for the companies that sponsor these events, to allow them to determine whether they're getting their return on investment. It does something that just simply wasn't possible before. A blockchain example. We worked with the government of Bolzano in South Tyrol to use blockchain to eliminate government red tape. I go to a government office, I get one of my key documents scanned, that information is added to the blockchain. It is now trusted, and I never have to show it to the Italian authorities ever again, saving everybody time and money. And finally, an example of analytics. This is Northern Gas Networks, not just business intelligence and reporting, but really rethinking the use of information at every level of the organization. They literally have all the information they need to optimize their business in real time at their fingertips, using these latest technologies. So, in conclusion, I believe that there are two massive opportunities. The first is to optimize your business, using technologies like machine learning to create internal processes that automatically improve themselves over time. This is without doubt one of the biggest opportunities we've had in business for many, many years. But at the same time, we can use these technologies to completely rethink our products and services. Start again. What is it that makes our company different? What can we do to help our customers' lives and improve the world? So with that, thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you.